Hello again everyone, this is me Chinatsu. In today's video, I would love to share 5 YouTube channels that I do recommend for learning English. I made this video a few weeks ago and I really enjoyed it, so I just wanted to do it again. This video will be volume 2. Before we get started, there is just a little disclaimer here. I have included my personal favorites this time, if that's okay, which means I have chosen them just purely because I love how they talk or I enjoy the contents that they share on YouTube. Even though those people, 5 YouTubers, and their focus is not only on English, still you can use them as a resource to study English because they all speak English. Personally, I don't watch any videos only focus on English because they are a little boring. I shouldn't say it though. For me, learning English is not only about the language skills. Learning English means I learn new culture, values, and history as well. And in the end, it's about people, isn't it? Why do we want to study English? Because we want to understand people. We want to be able to understand what's written here. And this is actually something written by someone before. Why do we want to practice speaking? Because we want to have a meaningful conversation with someone, right? That's the reason why I'm not a huge fan of the idea of focusing on English too much. Pronunciation, grammar, and something like that, it's too much for me. So in that sense, YouTube is perfect because there are so many options out there. If you like fashion, you can go on Vogue or Elle YouTube channel. If you're a tech nerd kind of person, there are so many IT, computer, that's videos out there. So you can learn something besides English. That's why I want to recommend YouTube videos. I hope you guys understand that. And hopefully you guys are kind of on the same page with me in that sense. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you've got any questions or comments, leave it down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Alright, let's get right into it. My first recommendation is Ruri Ohama. She is a successful YouTuber. Her channel recently hit 1 million subscribers, which is amazing. Her mom is Japanese and her dad is Turkish. From what I got from her videos, I think she was born and raised in Turkey. Her videos used to focus on language learning, like tips on learning language efficiently or how to develop a second language brain, that kind of stuff. But recently, she's been making videos on self-help kind of things, like how to become the top 1% of successful people or tips on reading 100 books in 1 year, that sort of stuff. English is not her native language though. I can see she puts so much effort into it. I just respect her dedication. I just find her videos inspiring and full of knowledge, and the knowledge that she got from books or online courses and stuff. Her videos have been my inspiration for making videos like this. Now, I would like to share my perspective on the fact that she is not a native English speaker. It's important to learn English from native speakers because you can kind of get closer to their levels. However, I think we have to understand that there are so many people who use English as their second or third language in their lives, which means English is not exclusively for native speakers. I don't mean to judge people, but I often hear people say, oh, I'm learning only American accents. I'm learning only British accents. If you are from Australia, I don't want to talk to you because I want to learn American accent, something like that. Well, it's your personal preference, so it's completely okay. It's fair, but it's important to get used to different forms of English because no matter what accent it is, it's valid. It's English. It's nothing else. By any chance, if you have been choosing only native English-speaking YouTubers just for your English learning, I recommend you to shift your focus towards the contents themselves. It applies to the conversations as well. What you want to hear is what the other person is trying to say. It's not about their English level or accents, something like that. Yeah, of course, accents is it's a huge part of English, but still, we shouldn't judge it. Wherever they're from, whatever English that is, or whatever, it's just English, you know what I mean? That is something I wanted to tell you guys in this video. Rury's videos, they are all so informative, so insightful, so I do recommend her channel. Give it a go. The second recommendation is Leah as Fieldnotes. It's a vlog channel by Canadian YouTuber Leah. I don't know where she is right now, but she's been traveling. So recently she makes only lifestyle and travel vlogs. But she used to make bilingual vlogs, speaking English and Chinese. And if I'm not wrong, she was studying German. Now I think she's studying French a little bit as well. What I like about her videos is how she seamlessly puts language learning contents into her vlogs. I got so many inspiration from her videos. I love her editing style. So simple but pretty. She often talks about her perspective on life and spirituality and sometimes relationship as well. I just like to see what she's up to and what she's kind of thinking, just random talk. Unfortunately, Japanese subtitles are not available in her videos though. Her English is very easy to understand. I think that is something about Canadian accents. I mean, I shouldn't say it considering what I talked about in the first part, but Canadian accents, it's kind of easy to understand for me at least. So just as a background music or noise, I do recommend her videos. So give them a go. The next recommendation is Saki Kawamura in New York City. Saki-san is a multimedia artist living in New York City. I think she is, sorry if I'm wrong, but I think she is a theater director. Actually, her videos were my inspiration to make this kind of videos. I mean, speaking only English. She started a couple of years ago, and when I saw her videos for the first time, I was like, wow, she is so brave, and also her English is amazing. Genuinely, Saki-san's ability to express herself clearly in English, it was just amazing, and it was my inspiration to start making videos like this by myself. When it comes to English, there are so many haters out there. Like people say, oh, your English is this and that, and your accents, something like that. And especially in Japan, no offense, but I think it's quite tight. I'm not sure if it's the right word, but it's quite severe. It's quite spicy. So I'm not trying to brag about my struggles or something, but speaking in front of the camera in a second language, it's so hard. It's not easy at all. Saki-san did it. I think it was so good. And if you're interested in learning English, of course, she talks about that sort of stuff. And also she makes vlogs and stuff, life in America. So if you are interested in learning English or life overseas, check her videos. Huge shout out to Saki-san. Your videos were my inspiration. Thank you for that. All right, the next recommendation is Mina Rome. She makes cooking videos dedicated to vegan recipes. The way she talks is just so relaxing. So by any chance, if you like my videos, this style, talking to the microphone and fix a bit of audio, you would like her channel. Even if you're not interested in vegan cooking, I do recommend her videos because just the cooking scenes, they are so beautiful. And again, her talk is so soothing, so nice. Mina is from Germany. Actually, it took a while for me to figure out where she's from because her English is impeccable. Even though Mina is not a native English speaker, I think that's the charm of her speaking style. I have learned a lot about English from my international colleagues at work. And they sometimes say, oh, in my country it's called this and that. And when they translate it into English, it sounds a little awkward in English because, that kind of expression doesn't exist in English. But I always get fascinated by the expressions that they use. Like it sounds a bit strange in English, but I do understand that expression is so full of culture and history. In Japanese, we say itadakimasu, which is often translated as thank you for the food. Nobody says thank you for the food in English-speaking country, but the culture in Japan is saying thank you for the food, even though itadakimasu and thank you for the food are not exactly the same. But I think that expression itself, it's really beautiful, and I think that's the beauty of learning different languages. You are able to learn culture as well, not only about the language skills. Okay, the last but not least, an apology in advance. It's not a YouTube channel, but the content itself, it's 200% amazing. So you have to check that out. It's called The Science of Wellbeing by Laurie Santos. It's a free study course on Coursera, but it's not a sponsor or anything. I did that course during lockdown in Melbourne, one of the most difficult times in my life. As the title says, this course is about happiness and well-being. Does money make us happy, or does marriage make us happy? That sort of stuff. And it's all based on the data and science. This course is not something like, spiritual conference saying like, hey, money doesn't make you happy because the higher power saying like, something like that. It's not like that at all. So if you're struggling with mental health or well-being, you have to check that out. Japanese subtitles are available. I think you can use it as a resource to listen to English. I have learned so many things from that course, so I do recommend that. Professor Laurie, it's one of the most difficult names for Japanese people. Laurie, she is such a lovely professor. Her talk is also kind of nice. Relaxing as well. If you're interested in well-being or mental health, you have to check that out. Alright, thank you for watching this video, guys. This room is actually freezing, so I'm kind of shaking right now, so I have to stop. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to leave it down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. Alright, hopefully I can see you in the next video soon, guys.